Hey, Coach Figure. So you start the season officially today. How are you and the team feeling about that?
No, it's a good time of the year. It's the I've said this before over and over. It kind of comes redundant, but it's like opening up Christmas presents on Christmas Day. You spend all this time recruiting, and we did a lot of recruiting last year, and now you get to start putting in the time to develop a team that you hope can be competitive in your league and go out and win games and uh, and start developing young men as basketball players.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of new faces on the team this year. So does that kind of change the approach for that first week of practice or first day of practice, anything like that?
I don't think in this day and age it would change. I think everybody's dealing with a lot of new faces. It's just the climate of where we are in today's society. So we've had summer and we've had fall early fall workouts. So we've already got the basis of things in. Now we're just going back and refining and adding. So it's just lengthening some of the things that we do.
And what will be some of the points of emphasis, some of the things that you guys work on this first week?
Uh, you know, Becoming better defensively, number one. Guarding the basketball, rebounding the basketball, the fundamentals. Don't turn the ball over. Learning how to share the ball. Just some of the lot of the basic things. It sounds simple, and it's the simplest things to win games. But it's also the most important things. You got to not turn it over. You got to rebound it, and you got to stop people from scoring. So those are the things we'll be working on early.
And coach, for you, just getting in these new recruits and installing everything that you want to do offensively and defensively. For you, the priority remains a defense, but offensively, what are some of those things that you look to improve upon?
Well, one of the biggest things that twofold things that we had last year, we turned the ball over too much. We've got to be able to cut down on our turnovers. We feel like we've addressed it by recruiting guys. We put an emphasis on guys who can pass, and if you can pass, which means it means you've got a higher basketball IQ frame of mind. So that was one of the big priorities in recruiting was how do we get better with recruiting guys who can pass the ball. Second issue of addressing is, are we going to become a better perimeter shooting team? Those are the two main things. And then I would say the third caveat is positional size. We had to get bigger so we can rebound the ball better. Some of the things we did really well last year didn't result in winning, but the things we didn't do well resulted in losing. So we felt like we had to address those things.
And you've addressed a lot of these things in the off season, and now you get to use this fall portion 6 weeks before the season starts. For you as a head coach, the main focus now becomes improvement, improvement, improvement. How does it start from day one?
Just keeping it simple with getting better every day. Uh, you know, we can't get caught up in having two consecutive bad days. We want to get consistency with good days. My thing is winning and losing kind of takes care of itself. If you do things the right way, it's like preparing for a test. You do things the right way, you study, you prepare well, you retain what you're preparing for, then you're going to have a good shot at winning. And so my thinking right now is I'm not caught up in winning and losing. I never get caught up in winning and losing per se. I get caught up about doing things the right way. And so today is reemphasizing let's do things the right way today. Let's try to get better today. Then the next day, let's try to get better. Just go from there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just one more. So, Justin is the only returning starter that you have on the roster. So, what does that do to his role, maybe as a leader, or just what he has to do to help with the continuity this
Well,
year?
I hope it helps take some burden off of him being the only starter because towards the end of the year, I had to do our staff, we had to do about everything we could from an offensive standpoint, knowing that everybody in the building knew he was going to be the guy taking shots, driving the ball, doing whatever. I'm hopefully that him being the only returning starter is that the people around him help give him some relief and help make him a more efficient player. So those are the things that we're looking at with him with having so many new guys around him is that are the players around him making him more efficient? and not a volume guy, not a volume ball handler, not a volume shooter, but more efficient in all those areas.
Awesome. Anything else you wanted to add about first day of practice or anything like that?
It's day one of year 30, so we're sometimes we feel like we age in dog years during this process, but no, it's all good. We're excited about starting.